doesn't. All right, I'm hitting the accelerator. It's just not safe to go that slow. And the guy behind us definitely wants to pass us. Please move over. And he's gonna pass us on the right. Just don't look, don't look. It even just braked for that blue car. This blue car just kind of cut off that truck right there. And my Tesla was braking even before that pickup did. Okay, I have a green light, but that's fair. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Tesla Challenge number 20, whatever. Today, we are gonna be taking the highway. I don't know exactly what route we're taking, but if it's the one I think, I've only done it once before, and the highway has actually changed a bit since then, so it'll be pretty interesting. So if you've never seen Tesla Challenge, this is where I take the car and try to do what Tesla advertises can be done. I have no idea what I'm doing with all this construction, so we're gonna go over here. And I turn on autopilot, and okay, that's where we're supposed to get on the highway, so I guess that's not happening. And I let the car do everything, so I get on the highway, turn on autopilot, and the car will do it all. That is a lot of cones, and it's displaying all of them. Before we get started, I wanna say thank you to Ryan, my newest patron. Thank you so much, that is really appreciated, and welcome to the Frunk. We're on software update 2020.28.6. Everything has been working pretty well. I'm getting a lot of annoying false positives on the highway where the car thinks there's like a green light or a red light and it starts to slow down a little bit. So I'm not liking that. I do have everything enabled. We're on Mad Max for lane changes. So it should be a pretty good run. All right, so let's just hop on the highway. Autopilot is on. This is gonna be tricky right off the bat because it's gonna go really slow around this bend and then have to merge on, but I'll see if it can handle it. We'll set it to 78. And my following distance will be 1. So I'll keep it there. And then from here on out, car's doing everything. If you see the blue on the screen, that means the car's doing it. I am not. So on the way, actually tried to film this earlier and my GoPro messed up. So I was like talking to myself for almost an hour. So that's great. But on the way out, I saw, yeah, see, this is going so slow. I might have to hit the accelerator here. The car doesn't, all right, I'm hitting the accelerator. It's just not safe to go that slow. But I will let it handle this lane change. Sorry, I just want to, okay. So yeah, that wasn't very good. And still like going so slow. Needs much more acceleration after a quick bend like that. So that wasn't very good. But on the way out, I actually saw a Ford Mach E, the Mustang, the electric Mustang driving with you know, the camo wrap on. The camo wrap actually looks really cool. It wasn't the black and white one. So I can show you I saved the dash cam footage at least of it. And I assume my GoPro wasn't running at the time, I'm not sure. So at this point, I'm gonna let the car handle everything. We have several exchanges. So the first one's coming up. The only thing I'm a little nervous about on this route is when we get to basically this stretch here, people are just so aggressive and so fast. So I may bump it up to 80 depending on, you know, the traffic around me, but we'll see how it goes. And several interchanges. So we're gonna interchange here, there's an interchange here, and then there'll be an interchange here from 96 to 23. And I have it routed to a store that's right off the highway. So this 42 miles and 37 minutes, that's like 100% highway. And we're gonna see if the car can handle all of it. I think it can. It's been doing a really good job, but let's let it go. I'll bring up the camera for you and we'll see how it does. So this first interchange doing a really good job. It lowers the speed a bit so that it is kind of a safe speed through the interchange, but it should raise it back up. And I did forget to mention, if you end up enjoying this video, please hit like and get subscribed. Okay, so speeding back up, that's really good. Hopefully, whoa, what is it doing? Okay, so it changed my speed back to 78, which is awesome, that's what I wanted. We're clear here, no cars in our blind spot as you can see with the cameras, and we're speeding up and that's really good. So that was a really good interchange. We're off. We are on our next highway here. All right, changing lanes already. Somebody got in front of us and they're going pretty slow. This is where we start to get into the aggressive drivers area. But as long as we're not in the left lane, I think we should be all right. And another lane change as I change the temperature there. Part of why autopilot is awesome is, you know, you can divert your attention for a few seconds at a time anyway to make small adjustments like that, and the car handling it no problem. So car handling all these bends, no problem, doing a really good job. Even these hard shadows, you know, the car is using cameras to look around, and radar, of course, to make these decisions. And these shadows, like this bridge, is not confusing it at all, which is really good. This is actually new, where it used to go under that bridge, or maybe it was the one before it, and it would turn off navigate on autopilot, so it would just kind of quickly do that and then turn it right back on. I don't know why. I guess if it like knew, it said disabling in whatever feet, it would turn it off for a second and turn it right back on. So it wasn't a big deal, but now it's not doing that anymore, which is really nice. All right, changing into the faster lane, which, you know, this guy's going slow, so it's fine. People actually don't seem like they're driving too bad right now, so shouldn't be a big deal. And Mad Max lately I've been really enjoying, because it is really quickly getting out of the passing lane when it does end up finishing passing everybody. So that's why I've been using it. Whereas when I did the Mad Max versus Mild video, Mild would like sit here for a while, which I thought was very strange. All right, so hopefully passing that van, immediately we're gonna move over. I think this pickup is going faster, and the guy behind us definitely wants to pass us. Please move over. And he's gonna pass us on the right. Just don't look, don't look. And now the car decides to get out of the passing lane. But to be fair, he could have screwed that up. Maybe if he had waited another second or two, the car would have moved over. But it would have been nice, of course, if it just had moved over faster. Now in that case, that was pretty interesting. I think the Tesla detected this Lincoln was going slow, not the pickup so much, because I was wondering why it was changing to pass. And it moved over, kind of, I think, in anticipation of that Lincoln. It even just braked for that blue car. This blue car just kind of cut off that truck right there, and my Tesla was braking even before that pickup did. So that radar, what it'll do is it bounces the radar off the ground under the car in front of you, so it can see one car ahead. So you can see on the display here, if I move up, of course this can be the camera too, but it can see this car and that car. And it can use the radar to detect that car in front and make decisions based off that. So if this car in front of me never touches their brake, but the car in front of them slams on the brake, my car most likely will still brake for that secondary car. Okay, I don't know what happened. This GoPro is screwing up, but we're back. This car in front of me looks like it should not be driving on the road. It looks like it doesn't even exist, like there's no interior, very strange. But nothing too dramatic has happened, just some good lane changes, a little bit of being stuck in the left lane. Again, I'm not sure where the recording left off, but man, I hope that's just my battery or something, because that is really annoying. Whoa, this guy is getting in our lane, and okay, he fixed himself before the Tesla reacted at all to that. All right, this is the really aggressive part here, so I'm gonna hope that we're just always passing people, or I may be increasing the speed, which actually I'm gonna do already, because these people are getting close to me. So I guess this brings out one of the current limitations with the full self-driving, is it needs, I don't know how you go about it. It needs some kind of adaptive mode where you can tell it, you know, I prefer to go 75 miles an hour, but if the traffic around me is going significantly faster, you can increase it up to this amount. And at that point, I think, you know, the settings get a little complicated, and Tesla's going for simplicity. They want you to just be able to turn this on and not worry about it. But, you know, as long as humans are driving around these autonomous cars, it's not going to happen. You're never going to be able to just set it and not think about it. You're always going to have to be changing your speed, your following distance, your, you know, distance to the people in the lane next to you. I mean, everything about the way you're driving is constantly changing based off of what's going on at that particular time. And so I think this really static nature of like, we're going 80 and that's it, of the current setup is kind of one of the downfalls. So, you know, the car's not doing anything wrong right now. It's doing everything great. And it's actually what the heck is that thing? It's like, it doesn't have a hood. He's got a bunch of engine pieces sticking up. That was weird. It actually is doing everything really well. It's following the speed that it's been told to. It keeps the lane great. It makes lane changes really well. I mean, it takes exits, interchanges. It does it all well, but it's not adaptive to the things around it. So hopefully the rewrite that's coming to autopilot by the end of, let's say, September, I'm just going to make that up. I mean, it's somewhere in that time range, but let's just say by the end of September, or maybe mid-October, let's say, so we don't get our hopes up too much. Hopefully the rewrite will have some kind of adaptiveness to it. So changing into the faster lane, and again, I don't know if the GoPro had messed up on the other one, but that was a great example of this minivan is not the reason we changed lanes. The car in front of it is the reason we changed lanes. This Taurus was going slow. Even though the minivan was in the way, the Tesla could detect the slow Taurus in front of the minivan and preemptively kind of change lanes before we even ever interacted with that car. Changing lanes to follow route, so we should be getting close. Yep, about a mile until our next interchange. So we're going from 96 to US 23, and then that'll be the last stretch. So really good so far. Oh, the GoPro's still working. That's great. So handling all of this really well. Even that part back there wasn't really a lane line, and it moved over and then moved over again. Changing its speed here to go a proper speed through the interchange. Not that it matters since we have cars in front of us to regulate our speed. But normally this part up here, when it kind of gets back on, it has a little bit of a struggle, but we'll see if it can handle it today. So finally moving over, and actually did great. There was no problem with that at all. And it looks like we're going to do one final lane change just to pass a slow car before the exit. And hopefully this doesn't mess it up, because in the past, this like exact move has made it so then the car won't get back over to exit. So now it knows, oh, I need to, okay. So it's like always in the same spot. It gets next to, okay, now it's hitting the brake, which, you know, there's nobody around, so it's okay. But, jeez, it's just like so funny. And here we go, taking the final exit. Car is doing everything itself. Pretty great job there. A tiny bit of getting stuck in the left lane, but I think that's more just me, you know, not wanting to be stuck. But overall, the car did great. I mean, that was over 40 miles, and I did nothing the whole time. I promise, in the part where the GoPro stopped for some reason, that I didn't take over. It was the car the whole time. So coming up, I think I'm gonna do a Smart Summon video soon. I got a couple other videos that are coming, but you guys have been asking for Smart Summon, and I know that's a popular one. And I found another parking lot that I think will be really good. So Smart Summon's coming up, so get subscribed if you don't wanna miss that. Okay, I have a green light, but that's fair. Really hard stop for that red light. It changed, it was green, and then it changed to yellow, so I let the car handle that. Well, that's it for this one. It is time for me to get this car home. It's a nice sunny day. I gotta get plugged in and charge up with solar for free. That is the best. Hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to talking to you down in the comments, and you will see me in the next video.
So Autopilot and I are happily driving along.